Hello dear students, welcome to chemistry classes. In this class we are going to start a new chapter, that is carboxylic acids. And in this session we are discussing about the definition for carboxylic acid and the nomenclature methods for naming the carboxylic acids and the structure and bonding which is present in carboxyl functional group. Okay, and let me start this session by defining carboxylic acids. And how can we write the definition for carboxylic acids? The definition for carboxylic acid is like this: the organic compounds containing carboxyl group, that is COOH group, as a functional group are called carboxylic acids. Okay, dear students, how can we define the carboxylic acids? The organic compounds which are containing carboxyl group, that is COOH group, as a functional group are called carboxylic acids. Okay, and these are having the general formula as RCOOH. RCOH is a general formula for carboxylic acids, and here this R represents any alkyl or aryl group. Here R means what? Any alkyl or aryl group. Take for example CH3COOH. Here this is an carboxyl group which is present in an organic compound as a functional group, and this is an alkyl group R, and its name is acetic acid. It is an best example for the carboxylic acid. Or we can take C6H5COOH. This is an organic compound containing COOH group as a functional group, and here R is an aryl group. This is a benzene ring, and its name is benzoic acid. These are the examples for carboxylic acids. Then now the next concept is nomenclature. Nomenclature of carboxylic acids. And we know that for a given organic compound there are two systems of nomenclature. The first one is common system of nomenclature, then the second one is IUPAC system of nomenclature. Let me explain the first one, that is a common system of nomenclature. Common system of nomenclature for carboxylic acids, and here we can write the common names of carboxylic acids are derived from Latin or Greek names of their natural sources. What I am writing here, the common names of carboxylic acids can be derived from the Latin or Greek names of their natural sources. Means the carboxylic acids which are derived from the natural sources are getting the common names from the Latin or Greek names of their natural sources as it is, but by adding the word IC acid. But at the end of the natural name of the natural source, we have to add IC acid. Take for example HCOOH. HCOOH, and it is an organic compound which is containing carboxyl group as a functional group, and its natural source is red ant. Its natural source is red ant, and in Latin, formica means red ant. In Latin, formica means what? Red ant. Therefore, as the red ant is producing this compound, its common name can be given by or can be derived by the names or the Latin names of the natural source red ant, that is a formica, by adding IC acid to this one. Therefore, its common name is formic acid. Formic acid. Like this one, we can take CH3COOH. It is also a carboxylic acid, and it is derived from a natural source, vinegar. Vinegar is a natural source for this acid, and in Latin, acetum means what? Vinegar. Acetum means vinegar. Therefore, the common name for this one can be derived from the Latin word acetum of its natural source, that is vinegar, by adding IC acid. Therefore, its common name is acetic acid. Acetic acid. Like that, we can write CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH, and its natural source is butter. Its natural source is what? Butter. And in Latin, butyrum means what? Butter. Butyrum means butter. Therefore, the compound with this formula, which is having a natural source of butter, and in Latin it is called by butyrum, and therefore its common name can be given by this butyrum by adding IC acid to this butyrum. Therefore, its common name is butyric acid. Butyric acid. This is all about what? The common system of nomenclature for carboxylic acid. Okay. Then now let me explain about the second one nomenclature system, that is a IUPAC system. IUPAC system of nomenclature. And here, if aliphatic carboxylic acids are there, then their IUPAC names can be derived by the names of an alkane from which they are derived. Please listen here. If aliphatic carboxylic acids are there, then their IUPAC names can be derived from the alkane from which they are derived. Then by replacing E of an alkane with OIC acid. This is the IUPAC name for the aliphatic carboxylic acid. The IUPAC names of aliphatic carboxylic acids can be derived from the names of the corresponding alkanes from which they are derived by replacing E of an alkane with OIC acid. Therefore, the IUPAC name for the given aliphatic carboxylic acid can be written as alkanoic acid. Can be written as what? Alkanoic acid. Take for example HCOOH. Then we can say easily that it can be derived from methane because it is containing only one carbon atom. methane, and if we write this one as a methane, and in place of E we have to write OIC acid. Therefore, the IUPAC name for this compound can be methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. Take another example, CH3COOH, and it can be derived from ethane. Two carbons are there. Then by replacing E and adding OIC acid, ethanoic acid. The IUPAC name of this compound is ethanoic acid. Or we can take another example, CH3CH2CH2COOH. It can be derived from butane. Four carbons are there, and its IUPAC name is butanoic acid. Butanoic acid. These are all about what? Non-substituted aliphatic carboxylic acids. And if substituents are there, like this, see here, CH3, CHCl, CH2, COOH. And this is a carboxylic acid, which we can easily say that it can be derived from butane because it is containing 4 carbon atoms. But here it is having one substituent, that is a Cl, chlorine, Cl. Okay, then in this case, how we have to give the IUPAC name? See here also we have to give the IUPAC name as this way only, but as here the substituent is there, therefore we have to give number for the carbons of this organic compound, and the number should be given in such a way that the carbon of a carboxylic group, that is COH group, should get a least number, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Means on third carbon one substituent is there, that is chloro. Therefore we can name it one as 3 chloro butanoic acid. Or we can take CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, COOH. And here also it can be easily observed that it is a derivative of butane. Means it can be derived from butane. 4 carbons are there in the main chain, but here one substituent is there. Therefore we have to give the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. On second carbon one methyl group is there, 2 methyl butanoic acid. Okay, this is all about the IUPAC system of nomenclature for aliphatic carboxylic acid. The aliphatic carboxylic acids can be named according to the IUPAC system by naming the alkane from which it is derived, or by naming the parent alkane by replacing E of an alkane with OIC acid. Okay. Then aromatic carboxylic acids. In case of aromatic carboxylic acids, the aromatic carboxylic acids are usually referred as the derivatives of what? Benzoic acid. The aromatic carboxylic acids are usually referred as the benzoic acid derivatives, and the important aromatic carboxylic acid is this one, C6H5COH, and its IUPAC name is benzoic acid. And whatever the remaining aromatic carboxylic acids are there, those all are considered as the derivatives of this benzoic acid. Take for example COOH, OH. Okay. Then here how we have to write the IUPAC name for this one? Here the parent one is what? Benzoic acid, and the substituent is there on the 4th carbon. Here one point we have to keep in mind that while numbering the aromatic carboxylic acids, the ring carbon which is having what I am telling, the ring carbon the ring carbon which is having the COOH group should be given a number of 1, or the numbering should be start from the ring carbon which is having or which is connecting to COOH group. Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4. The IUPAC name for this one is 4 hydroxy benzoic acid. On fourth carbon one OH group is there, therefore 4 hydroxy benzoic acid. Or we can take COOH NO2, and the IUPAC name for this one is 1, 2, 3 nitro benzoic acid, 3 nitro benzoic acid, or we can write COOH NO2 NO2 NO2. Here 3 substituents are there, 3 NO2 groups are there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore we can write 2, 4, 6 trinitro benzoic acid. Okay, these are all some of the examples for substituted as well as non-substituted aromatic carboxylic acids, and this is the IUPAC nomenclature system for carboxylic acid. Okay, then next concept is what? Structure and bonding. Next concept is what? Structure and bonding in carboxyl group, that is COOH group. And here we can write the COOH group. C single bond O, H double bond O. And here the central carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon atom. The central carbon is an sp2 hybridized carbon atom, and as it is an sp2 hybridized carbon atom, it is making a bond angle of 120 degree with each of the bonds which are formed, and the carbon of this carboxyl group is lying in a single plane, means one plane, and it is making an angle of 120 degree with each of the atoms which are connecting to this carbon. Therefore we can write in carboxylic acids, the bonds to the carboxyl carbon lie in one plane and are separated by about 120 degree bond angle. Students, here what I have explained, that only I am writing here. In carboxylic acids, the bonds to the carboxyl carbon, means this carbon, lie in one plane and are separated about 120 degree bond angle, and the carboxyl carbon is sp2 hybridized. The carboxyl carbon is sp2 hybridized and is bonded to two oxygen atoms through two sigma bonds. See here, the carboxyl carbon, that is the central carbon, is sp2 hybridized and is bonded to two oxygen atoms through two sigma bonds. How it is? See here, carbon, this is one oxygen, this is another oxygen. Here two bonds means one is sigma and another one is pi bond, and this is also a sigma bond. Means this carbon is connecting to two oxygen atoms with two sigma bonds. Two sigma bonds, and these two sigma bonds are formed by the two sp2 hybridized orbitals of the carbon overlaps with p orbitals of both oxygen. Correct? How these sigma bonds are forming? By the overlapping of two sp2 hybrid orbitals of the carboxyl carbon with the p orbitals of both oxygen atoms. And here we can write one oxygen is forming a pi bond with carbon atom. This also we can write. One oxygen atom means this atom is forming a pi bond with a carbon atom. This is all about what? The structure and bonding of carboxylic acid. And also here we can write this carboxylic carbon is less electrophilic. Less electrophilic means what? This carboxylic carbon is less electrophilic than the carbonyl carbon. Electrophilic means what? The affinity towards electron rich centers. Electrophilic means it is having an electron deficiency and looking for the electron rich species. And here they are telling that the carboxylic carbon, that is this carbon, is less electrophilic than the carbonyl carbon. See here, R C double bond O O H. This is what? Carboxylic carbon. Then C double bond O. This is what? Carbonyl carbon. They are telling that this carbon is less electrophilic as compared to this carbon, that is a carbonyl carbon. Why? Because of the resonance. It is very important. Because of the resonance which is present in carboxylic acid and which is not present in carbonyl carbon singly. And how can we write the resonance structure for the carboxylic carbon? See here, C double bond O O H. Because of resonance, this double bond will shift towards the more electronegative atom oxygen as compared to the carbon, and hence the carbon will get a positive charge, oxygen will get a negative charge, and this oxygen which is having two lone pairs of electrons will shift one of the lone pair of electron towards the carbon, and hence the carbon will get means carbocation will get stabilized. O minus double bond O H pair of electron means here the formed carbocation can be stabilized easily by the resonance. Therefore it is less electrophilic, means it has less affinity for the electron rich species because already it is getting electron density by the resonance. Therefore it is acting as a less electrophilic center as compared to the carbonyl carbon. But here in case of carbonyl carbon, no factors are there to stabilize the formed carbocation. Therefore it is more electropositive as compared to this carboxylic carbon. This is all about what? The structure and bonding which is present in the carboxyl group. Thank you.